Alright guys, welcome back to the channel once again, and today we're gonna talk about the little bit React Native. So this is the structure, the calculator structure that I've been created yesterday, and the UI looks like this, but the functioning, the little bit functionality and handling need to be done. So I'm just gonna do that in front of you guys, but let me just show you the code and the structure of this code, like how the React Native works. So let me show you. It's if you are familiar with the React JS, so it's quite same. So in the React JS we write plain HTML into the JSX part. Okay, so view text. View means like your empty div that you're writing, and text means in which you are writing the text. So whenever you have to include something, so you need to use view for that. You can get the component or any kind of element from this React Native library. So this is how it works. So let me just go through with that. So you can see the package.json. So these are the start scripts. So you can start your project like this: npm start, npm run Android, npm run iOS. If you have working into the Xcode or MacBook, so you can use npm iOS. It will open the uh, iOS emulator for you, and you can just see your project, all the things into your iOS emulator. And you can, if you have Android Studio, so you can run this Android, npm run Android, so it's gonna open the Android emulator for you, so you can see the emulator over here. And if you want to run it into the web, so you can just see that I'm running currently it into the web, and it's look like this. So three options you have that you can start, and this is the default start that you can do, but it will ask you the options in which format you want to look your project. So you need to give that option, like choice to this project, like where you want to see your project result. So that's how. And let's we go. So if you see over here app.js, so app.js just quite similar like React.js, but the styling thing is a little bit different. You need to write the inline CSS, or whether you can do the import this style sheet, and you can just start writing the CSS inside of that. So you need to assign the object keys over here. If you're writing the style for the container, so you need to write container, and inside that you can write the styling. And then if you have to write the CSS for any text, so you need to write the name of the text, like we were doing into that React side class type and all the things. So same thing, but writing structure is a little bit different. So and this is the stack navigator safe area provider. So safe area provider for we use just for, like, currently we are if we are using any kind of mobile, so they have like V shape at the top of the screen. So for just separating that thing, we use safe area provider. And navigator container is, it works like just React router DOM, and you can switch your screen by using stack.screen and stack.navigator. So like we use the React router and router to switch the routes between the DOM. So same thing we use into the stack navigator. And these are the, like, we use route over there, and we use stack.screen over there to switch our screen, like which component will have which screen, and which one will be the default component. So whatever the component you will provide at the top of the inside the navigator, so that component will come as a default component into your project. Okay, now let's move to the screen. So if you see, I have included three screens over here: calculator, home screen, map screen. So I have already defined these screens over here. So I have three screens, and if I go to that, so if I move this home screen just above this calculator screen, so you can see the response into the web. It will make the bundle, and it will take some time. Now you can see I was just picking the clone of the user, and you can see if I click on it, and if I click on it, so you can see this is the map screen, because I have switched the route over there to go into the map screen. And if I click over here and go to calculator, so it will go on the calculator screen. Okay, and let me just revert it, because I need the calculator screen at the top, because I need to work it to that. And if you see, there's some bundle file comes like run Android. Whenever you make your file build, so it will make the bundle into the Android, and same thing for iOS, it's gonna come over here. Okay, so I have created a folder, component folder, where I will put my components. So you can see nav option is coming over here. So whatever you are seeing on the home screen, so those routes, so those routes are switching from here, and these are, I have put it to the object. Okay, so let's just go into the calculator component, and we'll start doing the handling. So this is the code I have written so far, and I just need to handle in this calculator function. Okay, so this is the array I have created, and I'm mapping this array over here. And if you're seeing this button, so these buttons are just coming from this array. So there's a logic is written by me, and this logic is that either you can just write the one by one button, or you need to just think about that how you can create the logic to make the code in a single line, or not writing multiple lines. So that's why I created this logic. And this, what this logic is doing, it's just dividing that for making the three elements in a row. So I'm just dividing that array into the three for each and every iteration. So I'm just checking the iteration. So you can see I've just divided by three, and it's working fine. So as far as you can see, the code is written. Now we're gonna move to this logic. So I need to write logic over here. So logic is that if I click on 1 2 3, and if I click on plus, in the meanwhile if I click on plus, and if I again type 2 3, and if I click on equal to, so those both the values should be added. Okay, and if I click on C, it's gonna be empty. So that I have already done, but now I need to focus on plus, minus, and subtraction and addition. So there's a little bit complication is going on, because I need to just make it like a calculator. If you have seen into your mobile, so if you type 1, and if you type plus, and plus not gonna be visible over here, and it will automatically, if you type 2 over here, so it's gonna change your input state, and only 2 will be visible over here. And if you click on equal, so it's gonna be showing you the total final result over here. So that's we're gonna do. So let's start doing that. So if you see, I'm just going to create one more input value over here, const. Okay, const use state. Okay, input value b. Okay, and just leave it empty over here. And the same thing I'm just going to do, use state final value, set final value. Okay, and leave it as empty over here. Okay, so now what we're gonna do, we're gonna do over here input value b and final value. So now if I have value a, value input value right now, currently I am putting into this input to input field input value only. So what I will do, whatever I have into the input value, I will just shift that value inside the input value b. Okay, so whenever I click on plus, so, and also I need to set the operator over here. So use state, every time I need to set the operator. Okay, set operator, and initial state, just leave it as it is. Okay, so there would not be any operator. And okay, so now what we're gonna do, we're gonna add the operator. So set operator gonna be our plus. Okay, and now we will put set input value b, input value b, input value b equals to input value. Okay, and now make your input value empty. Set input value equals to empty. Okay, so now your input value gonna be empty, and input whatever you have into input value, that gonna be already set into the input value b, and your value gonna be empty. And now what you have to do, you have to pass uh, whatever you have to make the operation successful. So whenever you will click on the equal, so whatever the operation you have been selected so far, so what you need to do, you just need to perform that operation. So what you will do, you just need to const result equals to a comma b, a comma b. So I need to pass the result, so result gonna be parse int value, input value from, and I just need to perform the operation as well. So how will I perform this? Actually I need to write a function for that. So okay, so what we gonna do over here, whether we can write over here, otherwise we can perform, we need to check every time, like operation if operator equals to plus. Okay, so we will perform addition operation. Okay, so const results equals to plus percent input value p. Okay, so whether doing percent, make it parse float, because maybe the value can be into the decimal values as well, so that's why. Okay, so so parse float, and same thing we are going for the operations, like okay, so this is gonna be minus, this is gonna be a plus, this is gonna be your star multiplication, and this is gonna be your division. Okay, division, and now I'm going to put the division over here. I'm just going to put the star over here. I'm just going to put the minus over here, which is the minus minus over here. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I will going to do that, I need to set this result into input value. So set input value is with result. Okay, same thing I need to do everywhere. Control C and control V, control V, and control V. Okay, this is I we will clean the code later, but right now I'm just showing you for the uh, how we can write the code and logic quickly, but later we will clean the code, like we can make it common and we can write the code like that. So we'll do it later. So right now let's perform the plus operation. And so as you can see, if we click on 1 and if we click on plus and if we click on 2 and we click on equal to, so you can see we are getting 3. Now if we click on again plus 6 equal, and we are getting 9, and again we plus 8 equal, so we can start getting 70. So the addition of the values are keep on going, so that's why it's adding the values whatever you are adding by after plus. So that's how it works into our Android or iOS phone. So that's it. Let's do the logic for other operators as well. So we're gonna do copy paste for same thing we're gonna do for other operators as well. So let's do it. Okay, now let's check this out, it's working or not. And if we are going to plus 1 plus 2, okay, now 3, and I'm just going to do minus 4. Let's see, so I'm just getting 7, 3 minus 4. So oh, I did a mistake over here, because I need to remove the operator as well. I need to change the operator as well, so like I did for this operator for plus operator. So just need to make it minus over here, I need to make it a star over here, and I need to make it division over here. Now it's gonna work fine. Let's check this out. And if I click on 1, 1 plus 5, oh sorry, 1 plus 8, and if I click on 9, so okay. And now if I click on minus 7, And if I click on over here, so you can see I'm getting -2. Why? Because let's check this out again. If I click on 2 and if I click on -1 and if I click on over here, so I'm getting -1 over here. Oh, input value dot concat is not a function. We got an error. So our logic is not working somehow. Let's check this out. Okay, so remove this data as later. Okay, where is that issue is coming? Type error, input value dot concat is not a function. Type error, input value dot concat is not a function. Where is that? There it is. So it's showing the input value dot concat is not a function. Input value b. Oh, actually, what happening is because the primary value we are storing into the input value b and the secondary value that we are storing in input value, but I'm subtracting the value from here. Okay, so subtracting the value from here into this value, so that's why it's going into the minus. So what I need to do if I'm subtracting a value from primary value to secondary value, so I just need to make this input value b over here and I need to make this input value over here. So just I need to swap the position. So control X and control okay V and just minus. Okay, now let's check this out. However, should not behave different right now. And if you see we are getting 1, and if I multiply 1 by 8, and let's check this out, I'm getting 8. If I multiply again by 5 and I'm getting 40, so you can see if I add 4 over here, so I'm getting 44, and if I divide this 44 by 11, and you can see I'm just getting 0.25, but it should throw 4 over here. There's some issue in logic. Let me check again. And if I have 44 and if I want to divide it by 4, yeah, same mistake I did over here as well, because primary value is input value b, control X, it should be over here. Okay, C, control V, and just remove this. Now it's gonna work fine. Okay, these are the small mistakes that I'm doing right now. I don't know why, but let me check again. So if we 44 and if I divide it by 11 and if I click on it, so you can see I'm getting 4. If I add 9 over here and if I click on the 13, I will add 3 over here as well, minus 3, and you can see I'm getting 10, and if I multiply it by 8 I'll get 80, and then divide by 10. Okay, divide by 10. Oh my god, 0 is not working. Oh, there are some more bugs. 0 is not working. Let's check this out. Yeah, because if we put our parse int value 0 over here, so what it's gonna make it in number, and if we put if 0, so that condition always gonna be false. So what we need to do, yeah, so we need to store that value somehow over here. So what we can do, else if we can check over here, if else if value equals to 0, then we can just use this control C and control V. That's it. Okay, now let's check this out again. Okay, everything is removed. 1 0 10 divide by 2. Okay, now 5 is coming, again 0. Input value dot concat is not a function just because. Oh, okay, because yeah, there are a lot of issues, man. Yeah, got it. So issue is coming because we are storing that value after converting that into the number. Okay, and in when we add the value again into that, so what it does, it doesn't get that function concat into the number type of value. So what we need to do, whatever the value we are storing, we just need to stringify that value every time. Then we it will work fine. So just click on the all the results. Okay, okay, let's take this out. String interpolation method that I'm using over here. And if I do 1, 0 plus 8, 18, and again 0, yeah, it's working fine. Divide by 1, 0. Okay, so our calculator is ready and everything is working fine, everything is sorted, there's no any kind of error now. Okay, so let's try it by every side of this input value. So 1, 2 plus 7, 19 multiplied by 2, 38 plus 2, 40. I'm just increasing the 0 over there, 400 divide by 1, 0, 0. And you can see if I click on it, so you can see I'm getting 4 over here. So everything is sorted, everything is working fine, our calculator is ready, there's no any kind of issue. So let's just move to the code and let's see how weird that logic looks like. We can separate this thing out. Okay, we can separate this thing out as well, and that we can wrote in a single function. Okay, so let me show you how we can do that, because same thing we are getting we are doing everywhere. Okay, same logic is that. So what we can do, we can write a function over here, and if handle calculation. Okay, handle calculation, and we will put the operator value, operator val. Okay, so the here we will pass the operator into that function, and that's it. And just copy all the things from here, control C and control V. Okay, and we will just pass this operator val over here, control C and control V. Okay, and now just copy this, handle calculation, control C, control V, control V, control V, control V, and just remove these two. Okay, so just remove this thing from control D, D, D. So you can see our logic has been reduced. Okay, so now everything will work from a single function over here. And now let's try this again. And 1, 2 plus 7, 19 divide by 7 multiply by 8. So you can see we are getting a value and everything like a calculator, and it's working fine. So same thing we can do with this logic as well, and it will work fine. So thank you so much guys, thank you for watching, and meet you in the next video. And if you like this video, please hit the like button and do subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much.